In this video, we're going to dig Tuck out and go to Capel Bangor Show. So we need to start cars variously. See if Ellie will start. She hasn't run for a fair while. All the fuel's drained back. Well, I don't know if it priming levers anymore. Come on, Ellie. There we go. It was just her bonnet clunking down because I hadn't actually secured it properly. We'll leave her running. Oh. And now we must clear all this rubbish out of the way so we can actually get a Tuck. Well, I accidentally left Tuck's battery connected, which I wouldn't normally do. Let's see if we can get any life out of her. It's been many months since Tuck ran as well. Our last outing was Barley Saturday down in Cardigan. Was that back in June? It was a fair while ago. Again, she's also got to pull the petrol through. Well, this is highly unusual. Tuck never refuses to start. Oh, Tuck! Come on! Oh, Tuck, you were so close. There we go. She lives. Quick, get her into gear. Oh. Out into the sunshine we go. Well done, Tuck. I knew you had it in you. Drop her into neutral. And now we need to put these away. So we drop down into Aberarth. We've got the big climb coming out of Aberarth, the other side. We drop down pretty much to sea level and then start heading upwards. So we've got the Croeso signs out for the Eisteddfod. Croeso being Welsh for welcome. Oh, we just about managed to keep moving. Very noisy CVT, continuously variable transmission, makes a right racket, as they always did. DAFs and Volvo 340 automatics have exactly the same issue. Those pulleys are not quiet. No, we're doing 40 mile an hour uphill. That's not bad going, Tuck. Come on, keep going. Oh no, I've been slowed down by tourists. Slowing down was not on the agenda. That's not helpful. I need my momentum. Beautiful part of the world though. I'm not sure if you can see from that angle how gorgeous the coastline is here. Beautiful. There we go. Well done, Tuck. That was no bother at all. Right, on to Aberystwyth. Oh, the dawdlers got out of the way. That's kind of them. Oh, yes, it's a bit more like it. It's 55 miles an hour. It rarely feels more terrifying. Oh, very difficult to avoid roadkill in a three-wheeler. We're in Aberystwyth. Sletty Park ahead of us. Where there's a new monthly meet we've already been to once. We'll have to try and get to another one when we can. Too many other shows during the summer, that's a bit of a problem. Oh, those belts do make a racket. Oh, there's a Chrysler Crossfire over there. That's a rarity. Right, I might have to get another belt. The CVT relies on a little belt slip, but I think things are not as good as they should be. And here we are in Capel Bangor. Well, here we are at Capel Bangor Show. Already causing much consternation here in what's known as the vintage section. So obviously we've got tractors, it's very agricultural around here, and we've got immaculate examples, and also more and more we're starting to see these oily rag restorations. Oh, beautiful. So rather than fully restore it, leave it looking a bit normal. That's the Vale of Rydal Railway. You can see the steam in the background. That's just going through. This is the Rydal Valley, and the train goes along here, eventually starts climbing up to Devil's Bridge, which obviously we know fairly well. Let's go and see what else is here at this show. It's a good turnout of classics, nice bit of variety as well. So yeah, here's Tuck getting attention. Next one looks like a Caterham 7. Dates from about 1998 by the look of it. Gorgeous little Austin 7, chummy, from 1926, imported from Nova Scotia. Wow, on arrival in Southampton it had broken in half, and it now lives here in Capel Bangor. Got the side screens for a bit of weather protection. Look at the lovely old case. Very, very nice. I've seen this here before. Rolls-Royce 2025, I think, which has these thermostatic radiator grille vents. So if we come back later in the day, these should be fully closed because the engine will have cooled down. It's a lovely example. It's not, you know, it's not overly immaculate. You can kind of feel the age in it, just little scabs here and there. It's lovely. We saw this Escort van RS2000 when we went to the Aberystwyth meet a short time ago. Lovely little imp, looking quite mean. Gorgeous colour, same colour as Project Hilda on Up and Down Vids. For a moment I thought he was here. Ford Anglia 105E, very, very nice. More lovely tractors, a nice mix of Fords over this side. We've got Subaru Impreza, just proving that it isn't just old British classics. Morris Minor, very nice example on a J plate, that's very late, 1971. Sierra Cosworth with all the grille vents and the headlamp wipers. Another sporty RS Escort, and a Simca 1000 Rally, although I think the Rally might have used a slightly larger engine, rear engined, sort of some Fiat heritage, I think, in the overall design, because Simca was building license built Fiat until it went independent. Very interesting cars, very quick. Look at the exhaust hanging out the back. There simply isn't room for it in the engine bay. So the Rally ones are very rare cars. I have a feeling he has a couple. Another Morris Minor here, making full use of the sunshine roof. Very nice. And they've got their chairs, they're sorted for later on. I think that'll be a 948cc one. Lovely Mark IV Escort van. That's absolutely immaculate condition. I believe the council here did run Escort vans for a time. The Triumph Stag, I think I've seen on Facebook that this was imported fairly recently, but the indicator sidelight units are the wrong way up. And then look at this lovely Carrier truck. Still got the starter handle. That's lovely. I wish I could tell you more about Carrier. I think it got absorbed into Commer. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll do some internet research and put some basic facts about Carrier right here for you to look at. Moving over this side, I've got to come over here because it's my friend Brithon's Subaru Brat, as they were known in America. They were never called Brats here in the UK. But this is a pickup he bought several years ago and had restored. And I did a video shoot on it for 4x4 magazine quite a few years ago now. And it's absolutely lovely. He's actually got a few of them. Hugely popular around here. He had them back in the day on his small holding. Very, very popular cars because they're just so useful. They could tow stuff, the four-wheel drive so they don't get stuck, and you got a decent bit of load capacity, and they're a lot cheaper to run than a Land Rover, and actually you've got more rear space than a Land Rover. How good's that? So this is a Land Rover Series 3, quite a late one. X-Reg, that must be right at the end of production. Next to that we got a Saab 90, which has the best headlamp wipers in the world. There's actually a video on my channel. If you go back many years, I did a video on the windscreen wipers on this car. This car comes to the show pretty much every year, and that's almost all the miles it does. Forget what the mileage is. Let's try and remind myself. 4,411 miles, and I think most of them have been done just coming to this show. It doesn't live very far away. It's owned by the chap who runs Exchange Service Station, a former Daihatsu dealer here in Capel Bangor. Lovely. Over here, Riley RM. Look at this. Do not paint. That's utterly fantastic. However, sadly, I suspect the wood is in quite bad shape. It's an ash frame with the body work sort of wrapped around it. But look at the patination. Yeah, hard to know what to do with cars like this. You don't want to lose that character. This is is it a Singer Vogue? It is a Singer Vogue. So we tested one of these recently. The more upmarket version of the Audax saloons by the Roots Group. Singer was one of the posher brands along with Humber, but they're all basically the same car. I've got a Jaguar Xj Executive, and we shall find out if it's a V8 or a 6-cylinder by looking at the indicators. It's a 6-cylinder. How's that for boring anorak facts? And then we've got another Riley RM right next to it. This one in rather nicer condition. Lovely. Look at the bonnet mascot. Beautiful. Next to that, a Jaguar XJS 6-cylinder because it's got the bonnet bulge. The V12 fitted under a flatter bonnet, which is a fact not a lot of people know or necessarily care about a great deal. You know, it's got a 3.6 litre. We saw this at the Aberystwyth meet as well, the Police Morris Minor, and then we've got the Morris Oxford Series 6 in Trafalgar Blue. My aunt had one of these when I grew up. I spent a lot of time travelling in a Traveller version of one of these. So yeah, the dashboard brings back plenty of memories. Lovely, immensely solid cars, which sadly made them very popular for Bangor racing. So there you go. I'm just going to enjoy the show, I think. There will be a parade at lunchtime where we go around the ring. But otherwise, yeah, I'm going to try and catch up with some friends, I think. So this is the absolute heart of the show. It's all about the horses, really, although there's sheep and sheep shearing as well in that section over there. That gets quite entertaining later on. But yeah, the judges stand in the middle. You ride your horses past in the various classes, or walk them past. And the judges decide who's got the finest horse. I can't tell you what makes a fine horse. I have no idea, any more than my mother could tell you the production history of the Singer Vogue. Yeah, go and see what else is about. There's usually some fun activities going on. Sometimes I have a stand where you can throw stuff at crockery. I've never been entirely sure why. The blood bikes are here. I saw one of them on the way here. Transport blood to the hospitals as and where it's needed. That's a very good thing to do. A nice display of agricultural equipment. And of course you've got to have at least one stationary engine. This one powering a lamp. An old Lister. So you just fill it with water and the water somehow keeps it cool enough. Very smooth, looks got a silencer on it. Lovely. Aha! This remarkable contraption belongs to my friend Ian Isaac. And he's modified it to his own style over the years. It looks like the roof might be off a Morris Minor van. He's made his own front bumper, his own air horns. He can use it for clearing snow from his driveway because he lives in the hills a bit. It's a fascinating thing. So he must be here somewhere. I must try and find him. He has built a sectioned 2CV engine, which is now on display at the Internal Fire Museum, which is back down the coast road. And he's quite often there. I think he does volunteering. Look, he's even got an adjustable radiator blind, just like a Rolls Royce. So fair play, Ian. That's impressive stuff. Yep, the smell of tractor vaporizing oil is heady in the air as we get ready for the parade. Oh, this is going to be fun. Tucky's running and raring to go. So yeah, bring on the convoy. My friend Wynne owns that Austin 7, absolute beauty. The body has been restored using ash, which grew up just the other side of this hill here. Amusingly, by Bob, who runs a forest over there, and it was a community transport run with Bob that saw me almost get arrested over a bag of flour when I was taking some lads he was working with to visit Prince Charles in Llandovery. Glory days. Here we go then, parade time behind the rather loud Subaru. By the way, it turns out, yeah, I know Bob with his Riley RM. As I discussed many years ago, he's the one who supplied the wood for the ash frame on the Austin 7. He says this is quite solid. He's taken it to Ireland. Beautiful car, beautiful condition. It's a 1.5 litre, so it's not the biggest engine. The other Riley is apparently the 2.5 or 2443cc, I think it is. It's got Riley's high cam engine with very short push rods, makes them quite revvy. Lovely PA Cresta has arrived after I stopped filming last time. Very, very nice. Yeah, it certainly took his getting plenty of attention as usual. There goes the Saab 90, adding an extra mile to the clock. JEJ is a locally supplied car from New. I doubt that's ever been out of Ceredigion after arriving here in 1984. That's me.
Vintage 1972 Vicar Model 70 TWC. This is 725K, built for the wheelchair user. Yes, we remember seeing these around the football pitches in and around.
Oh yes,
the tally
we remember that.
Has been up to Selsley Walsh on a round Goodwood motor circuit. Engine is a 493cc. Thank you very much, Ian, for putting in fantastic plastic and
yeah, that's quite a joyous little convoy. It's a nice way of doing it, actually. Ah, that tractor's a people carrier. Very nice. What a lovely day. Well, I think it's officially a tractor jam now. Yeah, my friend Ian aboard his remarkable contraption, I'm going to call it. Lovely. And sneaking in behind, this ERF truck we didn't see earlier. Missing the middle wiper, but I'll let that slide. Mostly because on an S plate, that's about the same age as me. That'll be a 77 or 78. Very nice to see. Look, plenty of storage for buggies and all sorts. Here we go then. Obviously it's Wales Agricultural Show. You've got to have sheep shearing. So aim is to get a quick time, but also do a good cut, because they will judge it afterwards. And yeah, you will lose points if you do a bad job. Going for all the edges first of all, I think, before you try and get most of the fleece off in one. The sheep are remarkably compliant, I would say. This probably isn't their first rodeo. Just been doing a bit of research, and Carrier was indeed absorbed by the Roots Group, so it became part of Comma. The company began in 1908 building trucks, branched out into trolley buses and all sorts, little free-wheeled mechanical things called a cob. And this is either a Carrier Bantam or a Gamecock. Yes, names have changed rather a lot, haven't they, over the years? But it was kind of light trucks is what they were famous for at this period of history. But the brand was sadly killed off when Chrysler took over in the mid-60s. That was the end of the Carrier brand. And there we go, that was our day at the Capel Bangor Show. We've got a little coaster to show for it. Very, very nice, Welsh slate. Just the job for a cup of tea. And yeah, really nice to catch up with some friends I haven't seen for a very long time. So yeah, a grand day out all round. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, we've got the Tuk models on the store for a very limited time. I suspect they're going to sell out very quickly. Got plenty of t-shirts and maybe some mugs of a Tucky nature as well, should you wish. But yeah, thank you for watching and see you in a future video. Farewell. Says Invacar, honest.